back to Indianomics. We've been speaking with Shikha Sharma, Managing Director and CEO of Axis Bank. Well, Shikha, now the terrain changes probably in the next 6 months or probably even earlier when some of the payment banks will start implementing their licenses. How does life change? Do you think that current account might shrink or savings account, more importantly, might shrink?
So, we have had wallets around for a while now, and wallets have been used by customers, but they haven't had any significant dent on, or actually they haven't had any dent on savings or current accounts at all, right? So it's too early to call. I think we have to wait and see who comes in, what offering, what the acceptance rate by customers is, and what customers choose to do. If it's used primarily as a transacting account, then it doesn't actually dent savings or current account very much.
Okay.
A little bit on the margin, but not a lot.
But say if you're looking a year down the line or 2 years down the line, there are a lot of telecom companies which have got licenses. So do you see any of your fee income or transaction income getting, trimmed?
So Lata, I genuinely believe that as these new players come in and there's more innovation, there are two macro themes we would hope to see. We would hope to see customers who are currently not coming into the formal financial system come in. And two, as convenience of all these instruments gets established, we should probably see cash moving to digital money. And I think just as it's an opportunity for the new banks, it is equally an opportunity for incumbent banks who have created this capability, who have the brand, who have the convenience, who have the understanding of a lot of these solutions for customers. We would hope that our customers will like the innovation they're seeing from us and prefer to do more with us. And new customers would come to us as well because of, as I said, the brand, the trust, the convenience, the distribution, the full range of products we can offer them. So
no, they may still prefer you for some of the products that you offer and the payment bank doesn't or cannot offer. But they may still take away some of the work from you, say, remittance work or credit card payments. If the NPCIL's payment network comes in, do you see definitely fee income and margins because of some loose cash going away, margins under threat for the entire system?
So we see ourselves actually positioned well in the payment space with a lot of the investments that we've made around that, and we would hope to be a beneficiary of the market expansion.
Okay. Do you see yourself buying up some payment bank, buying a stake in any payment bank, moving in any
So
way?
we're open about that, and we will evaluate it as it comes along. If it makes sense, just as any other acquisition, we've always said that if it's going to be value creating for shareholders, or it's going to bring a huge strategic capability which we can't do ourselves, we would of course be open to any such transaction, and we would evaluate it at that point.
It's some people's assessment that a lot of the old Indian private banks are not alive or have not been responding to the situation at all. Do you see inorganic opportunities there?
We would love to partner with them and see if we can take some of our capabilities to them. On acquisition, I would give the same answer, Lata. It needs to make money for our shareholders.
Okay. What about opportunities in digital marketing? Until now, I've been talking to you about challenges. Has the digital marketplace opened more opportunities for you? For instance, we hear many of the big banks have tied up with Amazon and are loaning to people who supply to them, carpet weavers who supply to Amazon, or basket makers. Have you tied up with anybody?
Yeah, so I'll just give you a couple of statistics there. Our credit card spends have grown around 50%. Our digital card spends have grown around 60%. So our customers are going e-com, and that kind of flows back to us as business and customer relationship deepening. We have looked at a lot of the players to see whether we can do rule-based lending, and we have tie-ups with a couple of the digital players. It's very small right now, but we are looking at partnerships and seeing how we can work together and use that data analytics for lending.
Is it game-changing, you think?
Not in the immediate term, Lata. It's very small, but I think it's an important capability, and we are clearly invested in that, and we would hope to be one of the leading players in that space.
Okay. Well, now a few questions on the macros. A budget is round the corner. What do you think should be the government's thrust? What are you looking forward to from the budget?
So, I think clearly in this environment where we know there are areas where spend is required, it would be great to see the government pushing ahead and spending and providing the fillip to investment that the country needs right now, whether it's in roads, railways, defense, all those sectors that we talked about earlier, even health and education infrastructure. So I think that is important, but at the same time, people are going to be watching for what the fiscal discipline line is going to be about. And so getting that balance, of course, is important, which means the government probably has to push ahead with some kind of divestment agenda. So I would love to see a focus on productive spend, coupled with fiscal discipline coming from a realistic but ambitious divestment program. And I think outside of the budget, we've seen the government do lots of interesting policy changes, whether it's around the power sector, availability of coal, this whole Uday scheme and how that pans out, the incentives for renewables, focus on renewables to make sure that people have power and we still have clean power.
Have you lent to DISCOMs? Are you part of
no, we haven't lent to DISCOMs.
That's why you are praising it. Some of them who have lent have seen their margins getting, or will see their margins getting trimmed.
Yeah, but I think I'm talking about it from a macro perspective. Right? That if you need to fix the sector, then you need to fix the supply side as well as the offtake side, and the government's focusing on that. And power becomes an ingredient to so many other businesses. If you want to focus on entrepreneurship, the whole Startup India initiative, then this is basic infrastructure you need to provide.
Well, a final question to you. The government started giving private sector bank licenses to the likes of erstwhile UTI Bank, 1994. In these, 20 years, 22 years, private sector has garnered about 30%, not a very grand number. But now there are 21 new players. 3 years down the line, what will be the share of the private sector in terms of the total banking business?
I think over the next, I wouldn't say 3 years is very hard to predict, but I think over the next 10 years, I definitely think that the market share gain could be as much as the 30% that you've seen in the last 20.
Okay. 10 years to overtake the public sector share?
Likely.
Okay. All right. I was hoping that you will give me some more aggressive targets, but let's see.
No, I think there's distribution, there's credibility, there's customer base there. And it takes time for new franchises to get built and grow.
All right. Shikha Sharma, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you, Lata. Thank you.